Hello, today I will show you how you can create the branch connection in Autodesk Revit, avoiding necessarily of having several separate type of connections. It might take a while, so we will split in several sessions and divide it accordingly. Tab connections, T connections, connections with OLED, connection with reinforced plate, nipple connection, and 45-degree branch connection. Well, it's time to dig in, and we will start with tab connection. As a base we will use created before family of elbow to avoid step of creation of parameters. Let's clean it up for a bit. Once we removed everything what's not needed anymore, let's add several additional parameters. One for the nominal diameter of the branch and the second one for the outside diameter of the branch. To create the tab connection, we need to create 3 reference planes, 2 for connection to the main header and 1 for the branch itself. After, let's add some dimension into it that will give us control over the family behavior. As it is a regular tab, we don't need to create the geometry. It mostly will be done by the connectors and we need to assign them in the proper way. As the behavior of the connectors is unpredictable during the work plane assignment, we need to align them manually to ensure that they were positioned in the right way. First, let's assign the diameters to the connectors. This step ensures that our model reflects the correct specification right from the start. Next, we will add some labeling over the dimensions. This helps us to control their values using a lookup table. For most cases, we will use a parameter type of instance. I've labeled the distance between the connectors on the main header as L, and the distance from the connector that defines how deep the tab should be positioned from the edge line of the pipe is labeled as L1. Now I will modify L1 for a bit, because it should reflect that it should be the distance from the edge of the pipe. For that I will add outer diameter of the header and will connect parameter L1 right to it. With our modeling part ready, let's move on to creating the lookup table. First, let's open our Excel file. As mentioned before, our final goal is to create the branch connection family. The branch, as the lookup table, should include at least pipe to pipe and T connections. Usually these connections should be split into different families, however we will cover all the components within a single family and lookup table. Our final lookup table will be based on the basic branch table that I've converted for use in Excel. I've converted it using index and match functions, as you can see here. The final table will have one sheet per connection type. Let's take a look at the first sheet, which we will use as an import data. Here we have nominal and outer diameter of the header, nominal and outer diameter of the branch connection, thickness of the branch and the main header, but this we will not use for tab connection. Type of the connection according to the branch table, the length of the part connected to the header and length of the branch. Mostly it will be applicable to the T's. We need as well to have thickness of the reinforced flat, and same property we will use for the OLEDs. Also we need properties such as weight, name, standard, material and supporting parameter that will control graphical appearance in the model. Now let's have a look at the formulas that we have here. Here we have several lookup tables that's searching for the values from the branch table tab. Connection type that also refers to the branch table tab. And finally, here we have L1 and R2. Those values are searched using the SumProduct function. This function looks based on the three search parameters: connection type and the nominal diameter of the branch and the header. Once the value matches, it returns the length. Now we're gonna fill in the pipe-to-pipe connection tab. That's actually tab connection. Here we have the same parameters as on the first sheet, including diameters and lengths. I recommend using the entire size range and shortening the list of what should be imported, if necessary, on the first sheet. The main manipulation we need to do here is to calculate L1 or D small, which defines how deep the tab should be in the header. To calculate value, we will use this formula, where D is the insert length, R is the radius of the header, and R small is the radius of the branch. And it's time to check the import sheet. We have only the tab connection, so we'll use it as our preferable type of the connection. L1 will remain 0, but L2 should be equal to the depth of the insertion. As a final step, we need to save this file as CSV and prepare it for import. Now let's import the CSV in our family. Now, when we imported the CSV file, we should assign lookup properties to search the values. Once that's done, we can finish work around the connectors. Here we need to link them and change the part type to T. And finally, we can load our family to see how it works. As you can see now, it works nice and smooth. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.